Okay. Setting a proper motivation. Setting a proper motivation with 3 points: refuge field, bodhicitta field, and the purpose of this practice. And as I did mention earlier, some of the seniors, you have your many personal practices to do, and they don't feel a compulsion to come here. Those who have your own commitments, many sadhanas, and your personal whatever committed practices to do. Why I'm saying this is that the morning session is of course primarily for the younger ones or the newcomers to learn how to practice to extract a meaning out of one's life. So once you say after this retreat, what the Buddha taught about dependent origination, about emptiness, and then about the compassion part, not just what we normally call as compassion, but a very sophisticated compassion, and the combination of which gives us a sense of purpose of life. Once you start to feel that, then you'll come to realize, eventually you'll come to realize that, okay, now I have seen the roadmap, and I could see where I can potentially end up if I follow this roadmap. Now my job is to walk on the basis of the roadmap that I've seen, based on the teachings of the Buddha. You'll come to realize this. So with this, how to take the walk, or how to start a walk, that is something that we need to learn. So the morning practice is just to design, or to help us design your roadmap, and then on this basis you see that, okay, there are many seniors who are doing their personal practice. You can see that, and not only do you see that, you see them very grounded, and once upon a time the senior, what the ones that we refer to as seniors, once upon a time, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, they were as ordinary as we are. Now look at them. They're very matured, and they look at the expansiveness, the gravity of compassion, sense of concern for you, concern for others, very grounded. So this is all because of the years of study, contemplation, meditation on the teachings of the interdependency, the compassion grounded on the understanding of interdependency. So what I'm saying is that, given that this is primarily designed for the newcomers, so the seniors, if you do have your personal, time taking, the commitments, I would suggest you, instead of forcing yourself to come, you can do your personal practice. This is one thing. And then the thing is that the newcomers, given that this is primarily designed for you, so the newcomers, I would say, not to miss this, and just see what it is like to get up a little early. You're getting it? Usually you may be getting up at like 8, 9, in some cases 10 o'clock, right? So now just see what it is like. Just see, challenge yourself. This is very important. If the life moves so smoothly, and then without any discipline, and then they say you will never grow. And what's wrong if we don't grow? Then we continue to suffer. So therefore we need to learn how to challenge, how to take up the challenge of the life. Sometimes come like this, and then the seniors, they have already been through these, and they succeeded in this, and what you see them today is a result of that. And the younger ones, I would say that they take up the challenge and see, and you may not do the practice the when a man should be doing in the mornings. But at least see what's happening around and who are the people. So we'll be inspired. So therefore we say Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, to get inspiration from the like-minded people who are going to this journey. So this is something very important. And then so that's it. Whereas the seniors, if you for you, if it is not a restraint, meaning that coming here is not a problem for you, that I would say that is a great inspiration for the younger ones, the beginners, and not only beginners plus the younger ones. There are many, so they'll be inspired to see that. Otherwise, the younger ones may think that seniors must be sleeping, right? They're not sleeping, but the younger ones may think that they're sleeping. They don't know what the seniors are doing, the commitments. Okay, so this is just a quick the information for all of us. So with this mind, let's turn to page 3 and the 3 things to remember. And all what we're doing is not a ritual. Let me repeat it. The morning, so what are you doing is not a ritual. And to be very honest, I'm not a ritual person. To be very honest, I'm not a ritual person. And so what are we doing? Almost like everything, every verse we added here. This is not a ready-made book. It's only like 20 years of compilation. And whatever is added here, this is all because of, you just see it, you see that it's just like the coming together, putting together of the gems. For somebody who practices Dharma, you see that everything is, there's nothing to be dropped, nothing to be compromised. So with this mind, it is not ritual. So in other words, what I'm saying is that the 8 days, now 7 or 6 days left, 6 days. So these 6 days, just see that, okay, what he's saying and what I'm saying, you may not follow. It is not necessary to follow, but it is learn. This is how from the past, the great teachers, which this is what we have inherited from our past great teachers. So don't just think that this is a ritual. Okay, so he said this, I have to do this. No. So what he's saying, well, for example, say all these discussions, oh, it is said in the text like this is what makes the author to think? What kind of thought process went through the author to make this statement? You're getting it? Oh, this statement is made by this teacher, that author, that master, and so forth. No. What made him or her think to draw this conclusion, to make this statement? What's going in his mind, in her mind? That is important. So likewise, say every statement that, for example, okay, setting a proper motivation, which has 3 things: refuge field, bodhicitta field, and the purposes practice. Refuge field, okay, he's saying these 3 points. Just try to remember these. Later on, you may do, you may not do. It's up to you. But it is, you know how to do. Later on, you want to do it, you know how to do it. Whereas if you just follow what I said and not remembering the points, then later on you want to do it, you don't know how to do it still. So you are still dependent. And again, how do I do it? So this is what we are learning here. And in fact, what I would say is that people who attend such retreats and attempt to take every moment, like the morning session, everything important. So these people, they become very independent meaning in terms of your personal practice, the spirituality becomes very independent. And that too, not just like, okay, I'm very independent, I don't care about it. No, you exactly know what the majority of the Dhamma practitioners, what they're doing, the sincere Dhamma practitioners, what they're doing. You know that, and you also know how to do that. You do it yourself. Okay. So let us make note of pay attention to every detail of what is being shared. We're setting proper motivation, which has 3 parts: refuge field, bodhicitta field, and purposes practice. First, the refuge field. Refuge field is the field or the objects from whom we seek blessings. So for that, what to visualize? and how to visualize two things. What to visualize all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, in other words, all the beings who are inspiration to you with respect to the enriching your compassion, enriching your wisdom, and enriching your compassion. And the next is how you visualize them, that they are so compassionate, loving, caring, the way and the manner in which the mother would be moved into the tears and emotions to see the only child sick. So this is how you should visualize all Buddhist Bodhisattvas, fully focused on you. And it's not focused on you doesn't mean that you are encouraging self-centered attitude, me. No. So over the next 6 days, you'll come to know that cherishing yourself, to take care of yourself, is so important. It's so important. Okay, think of all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas and all sources of inspirations for you, and how you visualize them, that they're so loving, caring, embracing. And for the Bodhicitta field, visualize you again, how you visualize, what to visualize, and how to visualize. What to visualize your two parents and all your family members, including children and all demon sentient beings, leaving them aside. Every creature, how many the creatures, the worms, insects, human beings, animals, insects, the non-human beings, and so likewise in the wilderness, in the oceans. Think of all of them leaving them aside, including the tiniest of the insects. They also have the Buddha nature. The only thing is that their mind is trapped in this particular body, that they cannot manifest the many qualities of the mind otherwise. And the purpose of this practice is to awaken your Buddha nature, awaken the treasure of ultimate happiness, treasure of the fearlessness and infinite happiness. And again, how to awaken this? By remove the mental dirt. And how to remove the mental dirt? First, know the nature of the mental dirt, knowing that mental dirt is nothing but constituted of two things, the gross and the subtle. Gross referred to as afflictive obscurations, and the subtle one referred to as the cognitive obscurations. And the gross one, the presence of this gross or the afflictive obscurations blocks you from attaining the fearlessness, which is they technically referred to as nirvana. And the subtle one, also referred to cognitive obscuration, blocks us from attaining infinite happiness, technically referred to as Buddhahood. Our job is to eradicate these. And to eradicate these, we need to resort to the very powerful remedy, and the remedy lies in the wisdom of emptiness. With the and this wisdom of emptiness, to what extent this wisdom will eliminate, cleanse some out of the mental defilements, is determined by the degree of the motivation. And the greatest of the motivation is the bodhicitta, the desire to become enlightened, to desire to become Buddha, desire to awaken fully for the benefit of all demon sentient beings. This is bodhicitta. And to reach to that level of the bodhicitta, it must be driven by compassion, incredibly powerful compassion, known as great compassion. The desire to take the responsibility to eradicate the suffering for all the beings, wishing that all the beings be free from suffering, and that I'll take the responsibility to get rid of all the sufferings from the minds of all sentient beings. And to really reach that level, the foundation must be, first of all, to experience that with yourself, the suffering that I'm otherwise to encounter in the future life, in this life, in the future lifetimes, is so massive and intense that I cannot tolerate. I must get away from this suffering. I must get away from all this lack of freedom, the miseries. So that desire to get away from these miseries, to put a complete stop to these miseries, is known as renunciation. So in other words, the actual remedy lies in the wisdom of emptiness. That must be motivated, that must be driven by the force of the motivation of bodhicitta, which in turn must rest on the great compassion. And this compassion will be determined by the motivation of the renunciation. So this is what we need to build and see how much we can build, intensify, cultivate, and intensify within this life. That's the purpose of life. The more you do that, the more confident you become, and then you start to see that everyone else chasing after wealth, chasing after the power, just thinking of only one's family, my family, and then in worst case, me. They are all to be seen as extremely childish, small children's, say, the infatuation after the teddy bear. So with this mind, imagine that you're leading this practice, and the all sentient beings are inspired by you, and they join you in this practice. Okay, turn to page 3. And through great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. And through great compassion, you taught the Immaculate And through great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. I go for refuge and turn my light to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sanye joda zoge jonam lai chanju bado dane gyapsuch dage jinso gebe sonam gi jola benjere sanye jubara shu sanye joda zoge jonam la chanju bado dane gyapsuch dage jinso gebe sonam gi Tola benjere sanje jubare sho, sanje joda zoge jo namla, chanjo bardo dane gyabzo je, dage jinso gebe sonamgi, tola benjere sanje jubare sho. In dependent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, and no sameness. I prostrate to the concept of the Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace which is free of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the heroes, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all leads here to seeking pacification, complete peace, which through the knowledge of past causes or helping migrants achieves the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subdue and expand a variety of teachings. The one who is transformed into the reliable guide motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher, Sugata and protector to your restorations. The one who has eliminated web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines for the forever noble light rays, to you the Buddha make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence I chant the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham datagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato hyavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well is taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear-light and non-composite. Such is the nectar of Dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I'll return to words. Beyond our friend's thought and expression is perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unseasoned, has the nature of space, is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas, or the three times our baby sins. The four C's of the Buddha's teachings. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are the nature of suffering. All phenomena are the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcendent sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha, the Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant, I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of eons. The Buddha does not watch the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realization is not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that the beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered miseries gloom. Instruction on parting from the four attachments. If attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If they are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Okay, page 14. Page 14. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. And as we recite this, the praise to Shakyamuni Buddha, how we read this, the spirit with which we read this, it should not be that if I say this praise to Shakyamuni Buddha will be very happy, then he will bless us. No, this is not the idea. This is very childish thinking. Say you have to constantly pray, to Buddha or the high beings, and then we'll be blessed. No, for Buddha it doesn't matter. It's like the mother, common sense. For a mother, a very loving, mature mother, whether the child praise the mother or not, it doesn't make difference. The child, insults the mother, still the mother loves you. The only thing is that the child insults mother, the child is not receptive to learn from the mother. That's the problem. A mother will be even more concerned about the child. So the point is that, then why do we have to do this? Say the praise to Shakyamuni, why? Okay. The fume is a problem. Okay. Opening or closing? Kunjoli. Opening. So light from outside, open it, light from outside comes in and goes out. Ambomega? Comes in.
To make us feel less sleepy,
No, what do you do? So light, you want the light or you don't want light? Want the light, okay, then open. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now the next is how we recite this. Reciting this, then the purpose, what's the purpose of this? Is as you recite this, they say when you praise the Buddha, praise means you identify the good qualities. You identify good qualities of the Buddha. So these good qualities, when you identify these good qualities, this is actually for your own benefit. How? You also have to Buddha nature. The Buddha, that the potential within the Buddha is already manifested. So that is so obvious, we can see them. But for us, it's not manifested, it's hidden. So if you want to know what's inside us, what kind of seeds potentially we have, look at the Buddha's qualities. So these are the similitude of these, in the form of seeds that are present within us. So this should help us identify. So what are the good qualities with which the Buddha is praised? And I too have these potentials. And at times we may even have partly some of these qualities in part. If you have these in part, rejoice. Rejoice that you have these good qualities. You know, these are the qualities mentioned, that of the Buddha, and also a part of this, and I need to nurture them further. And if you see that some of them are totally missing within us, but never mind, you have the seeds, you have the Buddha nature. Now our job is to cultivate these qualities and then nurture them further. So in other words, this praise to Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha should serve as a mirror. And every day we use the mirror. Mirror for what? To see if something is wrong with me, or to see something is good within me. So the mirror helps you in that regard. So, and this should serve as a mirror for us to identify what are the good qualities that I need to encourage, I need to cultivate, I need to nurture. So this is for that purpose. Okay. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha, to the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond the four destroyer, completely perfected, fully awakened one, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, complete and fully awakened one, endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans who are born in this earth, you pace out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme science, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Trusted like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparable wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the Tathagata I prostrate. The purity that frees from attachment, the virtue that frees from the low realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the power to liberation, wholly feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the Sangha I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is a teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see the conditioned things as such. Through this merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the 4 falls, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Okay, page 29, Heart Sutra. And as we recite the Heart Sutra, we need to remember 3 points not to miss. One, of course, with the background information, we're going to read it is self-explanatory. And the 3 points not to miss, the first one is, what is the question asked by Heart Sutra? Is more like, if you look at, when you read it, you see that it's a dialogue between Avalokiteshvara, first Shariputra, and Avalokiteshvara. So it's the dialogue between them, with where the Buddha presided over the gathering. And so this dialogue means that somebody brings up the question, and then the other gave the response. So first, what is the question asked by Shariputra? This is one thing that we are not to miss. And then Shariputra, in the many of these sutras, you see the involvement of Shariputra. And it's not that he has many questions and then he just wants to learn. No, he asks all these questions on our behalf. He already has the answer himself, because he is considered as the most intelligent, the one among the Buddhist disciples. So therefore, the oftentimes Buddha also say, in order to praise the qualities of the bodhisattvas, Buddha compares the bodhisattva's qualities with Shariputra. Why? Because the Shariputra is respected everywhere as the one with the brightest of the intelligence. And then the Buddha, everybody acknowledges that. And then when the Buddha says that bodhisattvas, their intelligence, their mental qualities far excels those of Shariputra, then everybody would then imagine what is the quality of the bodhisattvas like, on the basis of what they could see of the Arhat Shariputra. So this what oftentimes is being done. So the first thing is, what is the question asked by Shariputra? First one, not to miss. Number two, what is the response given by Avalokiteshvara to Shariputra? Number two. Number three, what is the benefit we get finally? Reading all these things every day, what benefit we get if we practice as indicated by Avalokiteshvara in response to the question asked by Shariputra? You got the 3 points? The first, what is the question asked by Shariputra to Avalokiteshvara? Number two, what is the response given by Avalokiteshvara to Shariputra? Number two. Number three, what benefit we get if we practice as taught by Avalokiteshvara in response to the question asked by Shariputra. Okay, three things. And the to make it very quick, because that if you don't know the meaning, that's just pointless. It's just waste of your time. You do get the merit, but the benefit that you get is so less. It's not at all cost effective business, right? Dr. Dhanajiji, it's not cost effective. Okay, so we need to make sure that whatever we do, little that we do, the benefit is, if not much more, at least in par with effort that we put in. So the question asked is, how should the child of a lineage practice the professional wisdom? Child of a lineage, for example, like in the olden times, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, in the olden times, said the son of the king is considered as very important. Although this son, little boy, he did not know anything, but he is considered as very important. Even the brightest of the most intelligent ministers, they have to respect this child. Why? Quick, anyone? Why? Quick. It's very simple. Jimala. Eventually, this boy is going to be the final authority, the king. So likewise, in other words, he's holding the lineage of the king. So the question asked is, how should the child of a lineage practice the professional wisdom? Meaning that the lineage of the king and lineage of Buddhas, which is more important, to become a king or become a Buddha? To become a king is karmic. Right? Karmic, you do something good, you become a king, again you do bad, again you suffer. But you become a Buddha, it's always Buddha, right? And benefit everyone. So the lineage of the Buddhas are way more important than the lineage of the kings. So how many you are from the lineage of the kings? I'm not. So if you're not from the lineage of kings, don't feel sad. We still can be a part of the lineage of the Buddhas, right? Lineage of Buddhas meaning that you have to become a Buddha. So how do you become a part of the lineage of Buddha? Is provided that you made commitment that may I become Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. The moment you make this commitment, you become a part of, you hold the lineage of the Buddha. So you hold the best of the lineages. So I say, how should a child of the lineage of the Buddhas, not any lineage of Buddhas, practice professional wisdom? Meaning that when you say that, may I become Buddha, you already become part of the Buddha's lineage. Then, because you are part of the lineage and you said that may I become Buddha, you have a responsibility to become Buddha. You have to do something. So what do you do? What do you do? Quick. Huh? What do you do? How to become Buddha?
Follow Buddha's teaching.
Okay, follow Buddha's teachings. Huh? Wisdom, emptiness, bodhicitta. Anyone else? To make it extremely convincing. All are correct answers. I'm looking for something which is very convincing. Huh? Okay, say, I'm hungry. What should we do? Follow the Buddha's teaching to eat food. Don't say follow the Buddha's teaching to eat food. Eat food, direct. You're getting eat food. Right? And how to eat food? Oh, Buddha taught. Jesus Christ taught. That is fine. But first, don't say they eat food according to Buddha. Don't say that. Eat food. You're getting it? Okay, so therefore, say, if you want to become a Buddha, what should you do? Huh? Practice Dharma. Anyone else?
Start doing nothing.
Dorjila?
Start doing nothing.
Okay, what he's saying may have a deeper implication. Okay, the girl over there, what's your name? Okay, sorry. What I'm saying, what is your response?
To accumulate good karma.
Okay, welcome. Who told you? Somebody told you.
We discussed yesterday.
Okay. Yes, I could sense it. Okay, Dwala.
Renunciation and reflection.
Okay, renunciation, bodhicitta. Yes, correct. It's not wrong. Anyone else? Quick.
Meditation.
Okay, for baat karte para karte. Very good. Okay. Perfect. Remove the mental defilement. Buddha was always there. The diamond is there, right? Diamond from the dish, you pick it up. Now, what should I do? Right? What should I do? Follow the Buddha's teaching. Diamond, right? You are a businessman, not the follower of Buddha. And the diamond you picked up from the ditch. What should I do now? Clean the dirt. As simple as that. And how to clean the dirt? I don't know. Go for the expert. You're getting it? Go to the expert. Learn from that expert. First, don't say go to the expert. Right? First, you say clean the dirt. Wash the diamond well. How to wash? Then, if you have the answer, well and good. If not, go to the expert. So this is how we should proceed. You're getting it? Say, when you say, may I become Buddha for the benefit, I'm now the lineage holder of the Buddhas. What is your job now? I have to become Buddha. I have to do something. What should I do? I have to remove the mental dirt. How to remove the dirt? By first know the nature of the mental dirt, which is of the ignorance, somehow connected with the ignorance. So which means the remedy should be wisdom. What is that wisdom? Perfectional wisdom. Perfectional wisdom. How to practice perfectional wisdom? Then go to the expert. You're getting it? So this question, how should the child of a lineage practice the perfectional wisdom? This question, don't forget it. Then Avalokiteshvara responded to this question by explaining what's the wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the discerning mind whose apprehension of the object tallies with the reality. What's the next question? What's the reality? Okay, so what's the reality? Then Avalokiteshvara explained in great detail how 24/7 our mind is ensnared. Our mind is captivated, arrested by the ignorance. Now, in what way? Seeing everything so objectively real. The way and the manner in which in the dream, you things are so real. Only to come to realize that when you wake up, only come to realize that whatever I dreamt, the dream seen as so real is actually all faulty, not real. You're getting it? So likewise, whatever happening within the unconventional dream, at the moment, there's no dream, but it's an unconventional dream. It's still not a conventional dream. So the one thing common between the conventional dream and unconventional dream, just as conventional dream is all coming from your mind, unconventional dream is also coming from your mind. This is commonality between these two kinds of dream. So in the unconventional dream, whatever I'm seeing is seen so real. Look at things around you. Look at these. How do they appear as so object real, as so real? So this is ignorance. Then Avalokiteshvara went on to explain how starting from yourself, the moment you wake up, I. So this I is also is coming from your mind. Illusion. Not illusion, illusion-like. Then mighty say my five aggregates, body and mind, they're all like illusion. How I'm trapped in samsara, how I can exit out of samsara. Four noble truths, that's also like illusion. They're all coming from your mind. And then the 12 links of dependent origination, which we are studying now, is all like illusion. So the whole world, which is nothing but made of 18 elements, they're also like dream. And the 18 elements with which I'm interacting, the 6 consciousnesses with which I interact with the world, they're also like dream. And the 6 mediums 6 mediums through which I'm interacting with the world, they're also like dreams. So then seeing that every atom of the universe, in other words, everything of the universe is nothing, how they're projected by your mind, and nothing exists from the object. So there the ignorance dissolves. So that is the response given by Avalokiteshvara, which we have to learn. Number 2, not to miss. Number 3, what's the benefit if you practice like this? What's the benefit? The benefit indicated here that this is the entrance, this understanding, this knowledge is the only entrance for all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. And it also said that this understanding, you get it, and all your fears will dissolve. And for that matter, that understand this concept that everything is like dream, that all are coming from your mind, your fears will dissolve. This is not something that you have to believe in. So you get a feel of this. Just get a feel of this emptiness, that objectively things are empty. You just get a feel of this, and you see how your mind behaves. Fear is a mental state. Fearlessness is a mental state. So the mind in the form of the fear, disturbance, resistance, it subsides on its own. The moment you see that things are like dream, instantly the mind behaves very differently. So then the mind feels the calmness and the fearlessness. So therefore, the wisdom of emptiness is referred to as the most fearless mind in the universe. Okay. So this is how your fears will dissolve. You are liberated from the fears. Number 1, and that all the Buddhas of the past, present, future, including you as the future Buddha, including me, including you as the future Buddhas. So this is the entrance, the wisdom of entrance to go to the level of the perfection, Buddhahood. So these are 3 points not to miss every time we read the Heart Sutra. Ready? The Heart Sutra, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time, the Buddha was dwelling on the massive Vulture's mountain in Rajgriha, with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. So here the profound illumination means the wisdom of emptiness. Wisdom of emptiness. Profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Empty is no other than form, form is also no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition factors, and consciousness is empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composite factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. And so on, up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There's no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction, aging, and death. Similarly, there's no suffering, origination, cessation in the path. There's no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on dwelling in perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration, and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the 3 times also manifested completely awakened to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the professional wisdom is declared, Teatha Om Gade Gade Bara Sam Gade Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, should train in profound perfection, arose from the concentration and commanded the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arabalukiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom, just as you've indicated, even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha having thus spoken, Venerable Sharitvattiputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arabalukiteshvara, those surrounding the entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that is spoken by the Buddha. As we recite the hearts of the mantra, just imagine that we are on Balsha's Peak, and the Buddha Shakyamuni presided over the gathering, His Holiness, Aravalukiteshvara, Shariputra, and yourself, your parents, your children, all of them members with you, and all dear sentient beings with you. And imagine that Buddha Shakyamuni is exhorting us thus: don't remain in the spheres of samsara. Don't remain in these tears of samsara and the fears of samsara. Come out of this to the ultimate state of happiness by awakening your Buddha energy inside. And you hearing what the Buddha, the compassionate teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni is exhorting, you then inform this to your parents and all sentient beings. This is what a compassionate teacher is exhorting. Let us not remain in the fears and the tears of samsara. Let us all go to this ultimate happiness by awakening the Buddha energy, with the precious Buddha energy within us. And everybody hearing what you are saying, they're so inspired to join you in cleansing the mind of the mental defilements to pursue through this path. Gade Gade Para Samgade Bodhi Swaha. Okay, 7 times together. Teatha Om Gade Gade Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tyatam Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Ha ha Tyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha. By the teachings of the 3 Supreme Jewels possessing power of truth, may inner and outer hindrance be transformed, may they be dispelled, may they be non-existent, may they be pacified, may all negative forces opposed to Dharma be completely pacified, may the whole to 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspice and perfect happiness pervade this place now. Some of you may be wondering, why clapping? Why clapping, right? How many of you wondered, resents? Okay, Jerusha, you don't know that? Okay. And okay, how many know this? Why clapping? Okay, Neera, you know this? Rina, you know this? Anyone else who know the the reason? Kunjole knows, Benna knows, Lalana. Okay. Okay, Kunjole, why clapping?
It's kind of a convention according to the Tibetan tradition. And if we want to disperse or do that, we can.
Okay, that's amazing explanation. Thank you. It's pure convention. So they say, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Huh? Then what do you on the screen? What do you do? What is this? Does this mean that I hear? This finger tells you that I'm here. I hear you. It's pure convention. You're getting it. And then I hear you negatively. I hear positively. No, it's pure convention. I mean, yes, I hear very good. And then there be two very goods, right? Two fingers it should be two very goods. If it is very good, one very good, then two very goods, right? So what I'm saying, and then what is this? Total, peace, right? Peace. And then one V is one piece, two V is two piece. Okay, two piece. No, it's pure convention. You're getting it? So finally, when you see this, you see as intrinsically, oh, he's saying peace. When you see this, what is this? You're saying that there are four things, right? Okay, it's pure convention. Whereas when you see this, you see as like a peace, something there, peace, right? This is very good, feels pleasant. Like this, unpleasant. You're getting it? It's purely, there's nothing to do with this with your feelings. But this is how our mind conventionally connected. Yet we see them as so intrinsically real, not as connected by your mind. That is self-grasping ignorance, believing things as objectively real. You're getting it? For example, for some of you, what? What is this lady's name? Taylor Swift, right? Look, the moment I say it's the Taylor Swift, everybody laughs, smiles. You're getting it? You're affected. Okay, let's say Sonam. Everybody's so quiet, not affected. Taylor Swift, everybody smiles. Why? The word Taylor Swift has nothing to do with it. But this is how our mind conditioned us to connect this word with your feelings. Connected. You getting it? Well, yet when you hear the Taylor Swift, you don't see that as connected by your conventions. We see as intrinsically as real. That's a problem. That is self-grasping ignorance. So we are learning how to dismantle that. If you dismantle that, you see that things are all convention, your life becomes extremely easy. Life is so much easier. And that you see that all small children, they are toast in emotions, right? For example, say the people in those days, like the Michael Jackson, people become crazy. They just to hear Michael Jackson's voice, they become crazy and there's some collapse. They become crazy. So what connects? There's nothing that connects. It's just purely mental, the mind which connects the two with the person and your feelings. This is connected by your mind. There's nothing outside. There's no connection. There's no connection. So this is what binds us samsara. Then because of seeing that as so, say, intrinsically connected, then your mind is easily tossed into emotions. Our mind, including myself, into attachment, aversion, fear, attachment, aversion, greed, and competition, jealousy. All these, we are thrown into these emotions because we're seeing things as intrinsically real. The moment we see things as all conventional, all these emotions will be under your control. They will not be under the control of the other person or the external factors. All emotions will be under your control. That is the liberation. You are liberated from the control of somebody else with respect to your emotions, your mind. Okay. So it's purely convention, as Kunjole said, it's pure convention. And then we first studied study that, then contemplate on this, and then meditate on that. Contemplate on with the study, you get information. The first study, wisdom draw through learning or study, it'll give you the information. Then the wisdom draw through contemplation, that will give you the conviction. Conviction meaning that you become confident. It's true. It's purely convention. Then the wisdom draw through meditation, that will bring about actual transformation in your mind. Okay, three things. So with this mind, we are done with the Heart Sutra. Now let's go to page 35. 8 verses for training the mind. Okay. The Heart Sutra, so we see that finally we have to cross the ocean of samsara. What does it mean to cross the ocean of samsara? Mental discipline inside. There's no outside samsara. Samsara is a pure manifestation of our own mental state, or mental state of defilements, very gross defilements, afflictive obscurations. So what we do is that so in order to cross the ocean of this challenge, the difficulties, miseries, nothing but created by this afflictive obscuration within us. So how to cross this ocean? By the two wings of the bird. What are the two wings? First wing is the wing of the wisdom, and that will bring about cognitive transformation. Cognitive transformation. Then the other, for example, let's say that there's somebody who is very nasty towards you, nasty to you. What's your reaction? You feel sad, you feel angry, and then you come to realize that this person is acting, this person behaving in that way, all because of the person's mental crazy, mental not stable. Then what your anger will? Hey, it'll subside. It'll subside. And more so, if you come to know that deep inside the person loves you so much, but the person's behaving this way because the person is being forced to behave like this by somebody else, then your compassion will grow. You're getting it? So all these recognitions, these are cognitive thought processes. The cognitive thought processes then decides your behaviors, actions. So compassion is the action part. Buddhism is the action part, where the movement actually happens. With compassion, you'll embrace. With anger, you push. These are the movements, action. And action brings the results. Action brings the results. So the action, immediate results are given rise to by the action of the compassion or anger. So we cultivate the compassion. And how to bring this compassion? Very profound compassion by profound wisdom, profound cognitive thought process. So there's wisdom. It's for this reason that in Buddhism, in Buddhist teachings, there's a tremendous emphasis on bringing about change in your cognitive thought process by encouraging philosophy, encouraging the study of psychology. So this way, in Buddhist teachings, you see that the philosophical studies is so much emphasized. For what purpose? To bring about cognitive transformation. Otherwise, say we have to force ourselves, be compassionate, don't be angry, right? Or don't be angry, don't be selfish. Okay, I shouldn't be selfish. Then you control yourself. No, the Buddha taught, don't be selfish, don't be angry, but don't force yourself. Change your cognitive thought process. So Buddha teaches us how to change the cognitive thought process so that naturally there's going to be change within your behaviors. Selfishness will go away, anger will subside. Okay, some people, they ask this question. Look, this is a big question. See what answer you have. Say, if you are a short-tempered person, should I express the anger or not? If you don't express it, it is bottling up the anger. One day it explode. It can be very dangerous. Number one, if you don't express it. If you express it, it's very dangerous. It builds up a bad habit. You getting it? It builds up a bad habit. Okay. I don't mean to encourage this, But what says that recently I learned from somebody that there's one boy who's extremely naughty, mischievous, and disturbing in the family, always creating problems in the family. And then nobody can, because the family members, they love him so much. And yet this is what he's doing, just creating problems to the family, to the father, mother, sister, brother, everyone. And then the extremely a nuisance in the family. And then there's another relative. He came to know about this. He came straight to the boy and beat up the boy terribly, right? And said that, hey, learn how to behave yourself. If you don't behave, I'll come again, right? And from that day, the boy started to behave so nicely, right? No complication to the parents, no complication to the brothers, sisters, siblings. The boy has transformed. This is by fear. You're getting by fear. Don't wait till somebody beats you up. So now the Buddha taught, no need to beat. You're getting it? Change the cognitive thinking of the person. Change cognitive thinking of the person. No need to beat you up. Change cognitive thinking of the person. Otherwise, we are beating ourselves up. For example, hey, no cheesecake, right? Because you are diabetic, or because you are obese. No cheesecake. Oh yeah, okay. And then you constantly look like this, constantly cheesecake like this, right? And then you go to shopping mall. No Louis Vuitton, no Gucci. Why? And what? No, huh? Okay, no Louis Vuitton, no Gucci, no Chanel. You getting it? No. And then, but you are forcing yourself. Oh, right. And then you get you're leaving the shopping mall, and your mind is after this again. You are about to go. Look, it's forcing yourself. So the Buddha taught, oh, don't force yourself. Right? Change your cognitive thought process, and things will automatically happen. You're getting it? So that if you're a short-tempered person, there are two extremes. One is express it, but some people, even some psychologists, will say that express it. If you don't express, you're bottling this up. If you bottle this up, then one day it'll explode. This is more dangerous. Express it, it doesn't matter. This is one problem. If you don't express it, it is seen as bottling up, and it can explode one day. If you express it, what happens? It becomes a bad tendency. Number two, what should you do if you express there's a problem? If you don't express there's a problem, Omar, what should you do? Very tough one, yes. Okay, stuff.
So there's a possibility of expressing it with restraint, for example, nonviolent communication.
The restraint. Restraint meaning they say the control it. Of course, it's controlling it. It's a nice way of saying controlling it.
I think I mean not manifesting it.
This is what I'm saying. Not manifest. To say is very easy. How not to manifest it? To control it. That is beating yourself up. You're getting it? Because your mind does not agree with this. And how do you know that your mind does not agree with this? Okay. You say my teacher said, don't be angry. So therefore, today I spared you, right? Right? My teacher said it, right? And deep inside, you're bottling up. I've seen such people like your age, young people who are behaving to control themselves, restraining, right? Restraining out of say respect for one's teacher, or I'm doing it because of my teacher. Otherwise, I will teach you a lesson. You're getting it? I would have taught you a lesson. So this bottling up. You're getting it? Okay, anyone else? What do you do? Yes, Rina.
Just be aware you are being short-tempered.
Oh, I'm short-tempered. So what? Then what? Yes, all these people are aware. Short-tempered, they are the best person who's aware of themselves as short-tempered. They say, I'm very short-tempered, right? Hey, behave yourself. Otherwise, I'm short-tempered.
But be aware at that moment.
At that moment, I'm aware. I'm short tempered. Now I lost my temper. Better go away. Okay, what I'm saying is here, we should be very realistic. You're getting it? Finally, your anger should go away. Your fear should go away. You're getting it? You can do anything. Your fear should go away. Some people say they be in the present moment. That's good. That's good. Be in the present moment. Be in the present moment angry. Yes, I'm angry. Right? Okay, now I'm showing anger to you. Better you go. I'm in the present moment. Better you go. Otherwise, I'll slap you. You're getting it? I'm in the present moment. Yes, Chunzumla.
But I understand that the person who makes me angry actually is a samsaric person and is suffering also. So I start feeling some compassion and my anger is.
Should I express it or not express it? No. Should I express it or not? This is my first question.
No, I mean.
No, I understand what he's saying. This is my question. Should I express anger or not?
In some ecological type of expression, yes. But
express it, then it becomes habit.
No, it's not become habit if you do it like with awareness.
Okay, with awareness, I steal things. With awareness, I steal things. Oh, I'm stealing now, right? Okay, I'm abusing you with awareness. I'm aware I'm abusing you, right? With awareness, you do things.
But the anger will not burn.
No, you already give the answer. You already give the answer. The moment I just trick you, you're swayed by that trick. Right? You already gave the answer. Beautiful answer. You do not say that be aware. You do not say that. First, you should be aware. It's a part of it. This is not the ultimate solution. Otherwise, many people, His Holiness is extremely realistic and smart. He said that the people who are into terrorism, they have the greatest awareness. Greatest awareness because, for example, they enter into the airport, cross the security, with a full awareness that if I do this, then he will come to know that I'm a terrorist. I should not do like this. I have to do this. Fully aware, and who is who. You'll be amazed by the wonder, the sophistication awareness of these terrorists. You're getting it? So therefore, we are not to be too naive. Be aware is one aspect. It's not the full answer. You give the full answer. You already give the full answer. I tricked you. And then you float with me. And then you get stuck. Otherwise, you already give the beautiful answer. Did you? Okay, they're over there.
You should find a source of why I'm.
My first question is, should I express or not express it? Don't express it. Don't express it. Then it okay, let's say don't express it, then it can bottle up.
Yeah, sure, but
so what should I do then?
you should find the source of why you like from the beginning you want to show. Why what have you met?
Because of this complicated person. I become short tempered. I lose my anger because of this complicated person. Because of this person, I have to remove this person. You asked me to track the source. I found the source. This person.
No, you are sure this is the source?
Of course. Oh yes.
Most of the time, like when you're making something, it's because something in your mind that you think you're not whole, and something is making something.
Now, first, what you told me is look for the source, and I found the source. This complicated person.
The source is always in yourself.
Why? No, this person. If this person not there, I was already very calm and peaceful. This person came and disturbed me.
If this is what eventually
okay, I'm not challenging. What's your name? Wait. Ron. Roy. Roy. Oh. So Roy is unnecessarily making complicated. Look. This is what stirs my emotions. Or just say ROY, finish. Right? I was in calm and then he disturbed me. Roy. Then he said something else, extra things. So look, I was in calm, and because of you, that it triggers emotions within me. No, I'm joking. Don't take it seriously. So I'm not challenging. You're getting it? I'm not challenging it. Otherwise, this is the strength of the Buddha's teachings. You're not challenging. You are actually looking for the real solution, not a superficial solution. A real solution which can actually help us to calm down our emotions without having to resort to punish yourself, to beat yourself up, without even beating up your emotions under control, without any side effect. Whereas with many of the cases where you try to self-control, right, there are many side effects. It can turn into depression. You cannot express it. And somebody, no, don't be angry. Okay, don't be angry. How shameful, you are a Dharma practitioner and still you are very angry. Don't do that. Okay, then you can, and then it can turn into depression, deep depression. Then to come out, that is very difficult. You're getting it? So, how to manage this? This is the incredibly beautiful and the strength of the Buddha's teachings. How to manage your emotions very successfully without any side effects. Not only no side effects, with this practice, your immunity will be boosted. This amazing Buddhist teachings. So this is what we are trying to learn. Okay, so now we are talking about the two wings of the bird to cross the ocean of samsara. So the first wing is action. Action which makes you move. The actions bring the results. So action is more with the compassion. And this compassion needs to be triggered, not forcefully. Be compassionate towards everyone. Oh, that's nice. Good towards everyone. Yeah. Then you say, okay, I love you. I'm concerned about you. Then what a stupid person. And then instantly your compassion disappears. You're getting it? And then you say, you stupid, right? Compassion change into anger, right? And then you go to your teacher. And teacher says, what happened? Anger. I told you to be compassionate towards everyone. Yes, I tried, but it's not working. No. Practice compassion. Go out. Practice compassion. Again, you do the same thing. It will not work. It will not work. So how to make it happen? How to make it happen? By other wing, the wing of the wisdom. We require the wing of the wisdom to make the compassion work. And this compassion will create the action to make the beautiful results come into being. You're getting it? So the results will come into being by the action of the compassion, which in turn will happen because of the wisdom. So therefore, in Buddhism, in the Buddhist teachings, there's a tremendous emphasis on cultivating the wisdom. This is so important. But it doesn't mean that some of us who feel that we are not doing so good in studies, or we are not so intelligent in the school days. No, you are underestimating your potential. Believe it or not, you are underestimating your potential. For example, like these studies, like these texts, continue to study very systematically. Continue to study very systematically. Within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years time, you see that your intelligence also just gets sharpened. You'll see that. Everyone. If you ever think that, no, I'm not an intelligent person, you are the one who is actually bullying yourself. You are the one who is abusing yourself. It's a self-abuse. So, underestimating your potential. Everybody has the potential to really shine in your intelligence and in your compassion, and it's very possible. So, Heart Sutra is here. What we're doing in the morning practice, say the Heart Sutra and the 8 Verse Mind Training. These two are there as a symbolism to tell us that we need the two wings. Heart Sutra symbolizing the wing of the wisdom, and 8 Verse Mind Training symbolizing the wing of the compassion. But don't feel complacent that, oh, now I have the Heart Sutra and the 8 mind training. Don't feel complacent with it. This is symbolic. Once you have these two things, from there you keep expanding. Study, reach out to more text sources which gives you, say, the different ways of looking at things to cultivate your compassion. And again, the deeper sources of the text on emptiness, ultimate reality, Nagarjuna says, Acharya Chandrakiri says, study all these things eventually. Okay, so with this mind, let's read the 8 ways to train the mind. This is composed by Geshe Dorji, amazing enlightened the master, with the determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, and hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear for their rare to find, as if I've discovered a jewel treasure. When others, out of jealousy, treat him wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I've helped or in whom I've placed great hopes misses me in extreme hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these remain undefiled, but it stands with 8 mundane concerns, and may recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From our 2 collections, vast the space that I've amassed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds switch minds to blinded ignorance. Okay, next, the 7 in practice. 7 in practice, it consists of a set of 7 practices to prepare us to undertake the journey of enlightenment. These are 7 practices, and some of us may wonder, why do we have to do these things? So those people who are professional athletes, or the professional boxer, footballers, and so forth, and these people will know that to reach to that level, you require a lot of preparation. You agree? Anyone that they're professional? Jimena, you're a professional what? Footballer? Okay, professional footballer? College time, yes. Okay, so what preparations are required? Practice like what?
Physically and mentally.
Yes. If including your food, what time to sleep, what time to get up, then running, there are multiple things. But people who have not been in the professional line with these, then you may think that, okay, football, you just practice. Go to the ground and then practice. No, there are so many other things to be done. Likewise, the journey of enlightenment, it requires many preparations, and these are required to make sure the journey is successful. So, what we are reading here, these are self-explanatory. It doesn't require much explanation. So the thing is that let your mind flow. If you don't mind, if you just observe from outside, you're reading as an outsider, you will not get any benefit. You flow with this, be a part of this. You will flow with this and mental feel. Whenever it is required, then the actual transformation happens. Okay. And 7 Puja, there are many versions. Say, from Sakya, Kakyu, Nyingma, Gelug, they have their own version. Each of one of them their own version. And I prefer to choose it from the Sutra rather than from a very specific tradition. I prefer this deliberately I brought it from the Sutra. So this is universal. 7 in practice, excerpt from the King of Prayers, Extraordinary Aspiration and Practice of Samadhi Mantra. I bow down to the youthful Manjushri. You, the Buddhas, the lions amongst humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the worlds of 10 directions. To all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down, with the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world. To all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every particle of Buddhas, numberless as particles, each amidst the host of bodhisattvas. I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With the infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and I celebrate all of you Sugātas. Beautiful flowers in regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense are offered to victorious ones, the Buddhas. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offering in spectacular array offered to victorious ones. With transcendental offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful actions I've done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all these are openly laid bare before you. I lift my heart and rejoice in all the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons, numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have accumulated by making prostration, offering and confessing, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. Okay, mandala offering, next page. Mandala offering, the mandala has several connotations. Mandala has a connotation of essence, the essence. And the essence of everything good you're offering to all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. This is the idea here. Otherwise, mandala also has connotation of the dimension or the palace of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. The palace of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, like the 3D mandala, 2D mandala, and here is the essence in terms of everything good that exists in this universe. You offer to all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas for you to accumulate merit, to prepare for your journey towards awakening. Okay. So there's a particular hand gesture which most of you know, and if you don't know this, during the break time, you learn from somebody. This hand gesture, and this hand, it is not necessary. If you know how to do it, it's well and good. If not, don't worry. If you want to learn it, you can learn it during the break time, not now. Okay, first we'll say it's English, then the Tibetan. This ground, adorned with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as the Buddha felt and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. O Geshe Dorji Damdul Revelation and Sanye Shendo Me De Buvaye Jogunam Da Shenlai Chubarai Shom. The four Dhammas, Venerable Gambapa. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practices on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. Okay, these lines are extremely, extremely powerful and extremely profound. The first one says that May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma, meaning that finally what I want is everyone, including you want the fearlessness and infinite happiness. Now you understand what I'm saying. Now, to attain that, you have to follow up, you have to create a conducive causes and conditions. We have to create the conducive factors. So that factor which can actually lead you there is known as the Dharma. Dharma doesn't mean okay, Buddha Dharma or Hindu Dharma, Muslim or the Jainism, and so no. Any system which takes you closer towards what you seek, fearlessness and infinite happiness, that is the Dharma. So, and going to the pubs is not Dharma. It'll take you away and away from the what you seek. You're getting it? So therefore it says that let me please bless me that I'm not directed towards the pubs. I'm not directed towards the wrong things. So if you are not directed to the wrong things, then where should you be directed? Towards good things. That's the Dharma. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. Number one. Number two, that the Dharma practices on the proper path. So what actually it means is that which means that when you're in the path, you can become sick, and then you look for excuses. You look for excuses that you don't do okay. I'll do still after another 5 minutes. Then I'll do it after 5 minutes. So there you're looking for excuses not to do that. These are all the obstacles. So it says, may I be blessed that my Dharma practice on the proper path, meaning that I not encounter with the obstacles like becoming sick or with the people, it's the emergency cases, right? Sometimes we encounter the emergency cases where you have to discontinue your Dharma practice. Sometimes it happens. So these are the obstacles, number two. Then number three is very scary. Number three is not scary. Opposite of number three is very scary. The 3 says, may I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. Actually, this means, may I not be taken to the wrong path. Sometimes you are into the Dharma. And then what happens is that, say, there's one path which takes you to, say, to meet your parents. There's one path which takes you to, let's say, for example, another person who just deceives you with the nice words and some presents, actually exploiting you. So there are two directions, and you are so enthusiastic to go into, and then you meet with not with the one who takes you to your very loving parents, but to the side, the person who exploits you. Go in this direction. This is wrong direction. So say the path. There are so many paths, and if you go to the wrong path, you will never reach to your awakening. So therefore it says that may I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. Flaws mean flawed path, wrong paths. Okay. Then finally, say the fourth one is very, very profound and extremely high level. Meaning that, say, if you are in the wrong path, or if you become sick, you encounter with obstacles, or you go into the wrong path. So then may I be able to see even the wrong path as the divine. You're getting it? Sickness is a divine. Everything is a divine. Divine meaning that these should be the factors for you to attain awakening. That's a very sophisticated practice. For example, like say, if there is a statue of, let's say that if you go to buy a statue in the statue shop, and you see the statue of Jesus Christ, the statue of Buddha, and so forth. And on the other hand, there's a statue of demon. So which of the two statues, the one Jesus Christ, Buddha, and so you'll buy these statues, or you'll buy the statue of the demon? Some people say demon, I know. Jesus. So that part, you'll buy something like this. Oh, why not the demon? Oh no, I don't like demon. Jesus is beautiful. Then the next you come to discover that even the statue of the demon is also diamond. Material is diamond. Then what happens? You want everything. You're getting it, right? So Diamond, you want to say, no, I don't want it? Then Sherula, you'll say that? I don't want it. It's diamond. You say, okay, that's good. No, he doesn't like diamond, but he wants to make this diamond so that he can benefit so many people, right? With the value, he can benefit so many people. So that's good. So in other words, you see that when you reach to a high level, you see that whatever you see around, you can transform them into the divine. You getting it? Transform them into factors to awaken your Buddha nature. That's a very sophisticated practice. And it will take time to reach there. Once you reach there, this is so beautiful. But to reach there, you require tremendous intelligence, study, reflection, meditation, and the support of the Bodhisattvas. Okay. So we'll just read this once more. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practice is on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is afraid of flaws. May I be blessed flaws are seen in light of the exalted wisdom. So, who said this? Said by Venerable Kambaba. Venerable Kambaba is the student of Geshe Milarepa. Geshe Milarepa is one of the pillars of Kagyu tradition. Kagyu tradition. Geshe Gambaba is the one who is actually the prophesied by Geshe Marpa to Geshe Milla that your student Geshe Gambaba will come and then he will spread your tradition. Geshe Gambaba is the one who actually spread the Kagyu tradition so widely in Tibet. Geshe Gambaba, amazing great teacher. And the next one is the four Dhammas of Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva. This is actually, the next set of the four came from my own teacher, Venerable Geshe. And some of you already been to that at the hut, Lajunla, Kunchole, Pinzole 3, and Benla. Okay, so they went to the hut where my teacher meditated for so many years in Dharamsala up there. And before he passed away, I came to one of, again, his students, and they brought these 4 main points, which means that finally for us, what is meant by a very comprehensive Dharma practice. These are 4 points. And then, of course, I modified a little bit based on the teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and His Holiness's teachings are extremely powerful. So why not? We include His Holiness's teachings there to fine-tune that the original thoughts which my teacher presented. So this is actually an outcome of the seed from my teacher's teachings before he passed away, and they say the whole shape given based on His Holiness's teachings. So let's read this: the 4 Dhammas of Bhikshu, Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva, referring to my teacher. Gelamrimba. Becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasps at true existence, please bless me with genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as visually repulsive. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination and through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality, bliss, and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Gamne Rateyami. Okay, the next one we read already before. The foundation of all good qualities. This is the roadmap to enlightenment by Lama Tsongkhapa. We'll say this. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the road of the path. By clearly saying this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the present freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly decay and death comes. After that, just like a shadow follows the body, results of virtuous and non-virtuous karmas follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, Please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativity, and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is a door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the Pratimosha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into sea of samsara, so for all other migratory beings, please bless me to say this, train in Supreme Bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I've developed Bodhicitta, but I don't practice the 3 types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. But with my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I pacify distraction to wrong objects and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate clearly within my mind stream the unified path of karma abiding special insight. Having become a pure vessel by doing the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gate with the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the 2 attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya, as I affirmed. Then, having realized the importance of the 2 stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who showed the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice their long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separate from perfect Gurus, may enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing qualities of stages in the paths, may could attain the state of Vajratara. Okay, maximum verse. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, disturb hosts of demons without exception. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, Losan Traba at your feet and make prostrations. You will chant this in Tibetan. Myo myo tsa wa te je je re se te me ke be won bo ja me ya Kanje kebe zo ge zo kaba lo sa ta be shabla so ba de me te je re se te me ke be wo mo ja me ya Kanje kebe zo ge zo kaba lo sa ta be sham lo so wa ne me ze te je re se te me ke be om bo ja me ya Kanje kebe zo ge zo kaba lo sa ta be sham lo so va de. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, disturb hosts of demons without exception. Tsongkhapa, crown jewel of the sage of the land of snows, Losan Traba at your feet and make prostrations. Okay. Now the next part is the actual practice, which is referred to as generating the mind of consummate yoga in Tibetan. For this, the 4 practices to remember, what we said is that finally our mental defilements need to be removed. That is done by wisdom of emptiness, number 1. Then number 2, that this wisdom of emptiness must be, to what extent this will, for example, the X, very sharp X, to cut the poisonous tree. To what extent this will cut the poisonous tree depends on the motivation, the energy, strength of the woodcutter. If the strength of the woodcutter is weak, is not strong, then it may cut half and then leave. And whereas if the woodcutter is very strong, then we'll cut the whole remove the complete the poisonous tree. So the motivation is the one which is the strength to decide wisdom of emptiness, to what extent it will remove the mental defilements. So the best of the motivation, the strongest of the motivation is the wisdom of the bodhicitta. So number 2 is bodhicitta. And this bodhicitta, to what extent you will have this bodhicitta, is determined by what is the experience of the miseries upon yourself. There's a renunciation. If you have a strong renunciation, then the bodhicitta that you generate will become likewise very strong. Okay. Okay, maybe a taller nun. Okay, good. Thank you, Tujana. Okay. So the bodhicitta is grounded, should be grounded on the renunciation. So wisdom, emptiness, bodhicitta, renunciation, and to stabilize these 3, we require the stability meditation 4. So right now what we do is that we'll do the stability meditation, also referred to as shamatha meditation, 5 minutes. And I'm going to give a quick instruction on this, particularly for the newcomers. The seniors, you don't require that. The newcomers, but oftentimes people say that I meditate, and then who taught you? They said, oh no, I learned it from YouTube. So this is not a good idea. Later on, for your fine-tuning of your meditation, then the YouTube, some of the teachers who come on YouTube, you can learn, you can watch them and then see. It can help us fine-tune your meditation. But the actual instruction, you must get from a living teacher. Otherwise, it can be very dangerous. Okay. So, the meditation in the first place, meditation means habituating your mind in a virtuous object. Let me repeat it. Meditation is a habituation of your mind in a virtuous object. This is meditation. And that habituation in a virtuous object, what is that virtuous object? The best of the virtuous object is what helps you to cleanse your mind. You agree? The best of the virtues is what helps us to cleanse the mind. Now, what cleanses our mind? Hey, what cleanses our mind? Wisdom of emptiness cleanses the mind. So this wisdom requires 2 qualities. 2 qualities. That this wisdom is like the light. To dispel the darkness, it is only done through the light, introducing light. Likewise, to dispel the darkness of ignorance is only done through the light of the wisdom. So the light of wisdom has to be introduced to remove the darkness of ignorance. And this light of the wisdom should have 2 qualities. One, the light should be extremely bright. If the light is not bright, if the light is very feeble, then you can read the text. For example, this morning people are opening the curtains for what? For more light. Right, Bhumika? For more light, right? Otherwise, we cannot read the text. It strains our eyes. So light should be very strong, number one. Number 2, even if the light is very bright, if the light is flickery, again, it doesn't serve the purpose for you to read the books. So the light should be steady. So this light is not external light, it's the light of the wisdom inside. So this light of the wisdom should have two qualities. One, this light of wisdom should be extremely bright. Number two, that this light of the wisdom should be very steady. And these two, we need to practice initially, we need to practice these two separately. Then later on, when you become advanced in the practice, then these two, you practice one, other one will automatically come. You practice second, the first one will come. So they will just and they complement each other. Okay. So for the what we're doing here is this stability to stabilize your practice. That is known as the shamatha meditation. And the other one is known as the vipassana meditation, analytical meditation. Analytical meditation is known as the vipassana meditation. So when we say vipassana, don't mix this up with the 10-day vipassana meditation. 10-day vipassana meditation is more into the shamatha meditation. But the 10-day meditation, the vipassana meditation, extremely good. Extremely good. And if you did it, very good. And if you did not do this, just look for the chance, opportunity to do it. There are so many centers around everywhere in the world. They take chance, take the opportunity, grab the opportunity to take part in these retreats. It's very helpful, extremely good. But meanwhile, don't mix up the two things. Vipassana, as you already find in the 10-day retreat course, and the Vipassana that we are talking here, which is purely analytical meditation. Vipassana, say the actual meaning is the Vipassana is Sanskrit and also Pali. In English, to translate, it has the connotation of the special perception, or special, to make it more technical, special insight. Special, or say the transcendental or special insight, meaning the wisdom, to see things more powerfully. That's the connotation of Vipassana. In Tibetan, Laktong. Tibetan word is Laktong. In English, usually people translate it as special insight. And in Sanskrit and Pali, is Vipassana. Okay. For this, we require 4 things to remember. One is the body posture, which plays a very important role. And number 2, focal point, what we're going to meditate on. Number 3, identifying the errors of meditation. What mistakes can we make when we do this meditation? Number 4, applying the remedies to overcome the errors. You getting it? Number 1, body posture. What number 2? Focal point. Number 3, identifying the errors of meditation. Okay, when I give you full, you give me full. You getting it? I didn't say meditation errors, right? I said identifying the errors of meditation. What is number 4? Some people say remedies. I didn't say remedies. I said applying the remedies to overcome the errors. You're getting it? So I give you full. I expect you to give me full. You're getting it? Okay. So for all the 4 things are very important. And then at a later stage, the number 1, number 2 initially is very important, and later on number 1, 2 will automatically come to you. Then the later stage, number 3 and number 4, these are very important. Okay, first, body posture. If possible, sit cross-legged. If not, don't worry. This is not mandatory. Sitting cross-legged is not mandatory. You can even sit on a chair, even that's also fine. And then the sitting cross-legged, the benefit is that your meditation lasts longer. You can sit in this meditation posture longer. But I have a little reservation with this, sitting cross-legged for too long, because it may hurt your knees. And then once you lose your knees, it's extremely difficult for us. So therefore, so that you judge. But the text says sitting cross-legged. Okay. 1. Number 2, backbone upright. Backbone upright, this is very important. Sit upright. And oftentimes, say people sit like this with the hunchback, like this. It's a very bad habit Always learn how to sit upright, whether meditating and not meditating, just see how to sit upright. When you're not meditating, sit upright, you can lean against a support. But when you're meditating, sit upright and no support. Don't lean against a support. Whereas if you have a backache problem, you're exempted. You can see the support, whatever position is comfortable for you. Whereas for those who have no backache issue, if you have no backache issue, then sit your cross leg. Sit with leaning against the support. Then instantly you won't feel the difference. Say you sit upright like this, your mind, the degree of the rigor of your mind, the degree of the rigor of the mind is at a certain level. The moment you sit like this, instantly that the freshness, rigor of the mind will drop. That degree will drop. You'll feel it instantly. Likewise, if you sit upright without leaning against support, and the moment you sit against support, instantly the level of your mental rigor will drop. Instantly you could feel it. But newcomers, you may not feel it. People who do the meditation for a long time, for an extended period of time, meaning like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they can easily feel it. The moment you sit like this, instantly the level of your rigor, mental alertness, mental freshness will drop. Okay, so this is one thing. Then the next point is your head tilted forward a little bit. Then the next, eyes not closed, eyes half open, 45 degrees cast down. Your eyes may not require to be looked up in the sky, right? Jimena is looking at the sky like this, straining his eyes. Okay, no need to do that. Just keep it 45 degrees cast down and ignore. But don't close your eyes. Later on, and some teachers, they say close your eyes. This is a very bad advice for the beginners. When you become good at it, when you really become good in meditation, meaning that after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when you really become good at it, then close the eyes, open eyes, no difference for you. Initially, if you close your eyes, very dangerous. Not just bad, it's very dangerous. Okay, this is warning that I'm giving you. Then the tip of the tongue should touch the upper palate to avoid excessive accumulation of saliva in your mouth. And the teeth and the tongue in their natural course. Breathe normally. Don't force your breath. Don't control your breath. Let the breath flow naturally. Right hand on the left hand and the tips of the two thumbs joining, forming a triangle. Place the two hands in your lap in a restful state. Okay, this is your body posture. And breathe normally. So meanwhile, while your body is upright, make sure that your body is not stiff. It should be flexible. It should be flexible. It should not be stiff. Because the beginners, when they keep the body upright, unconsciously, your mind starts to become little tightened up, and then it is reflected in your body. Your body also becomes stiff. This is not healthy. So once initially for a few weeks, you just keep watch of your body, whether your body is stiff or whether your body is flexible. Make sure that your body is flexible, because if it is stiff, and over time, within a few days, you will see the pains on the body. Okay, this is not healthy. So this is your body posture. Number 2 is focal point. Focal point meaning what you are going to meditate on. So there are so many versions of focal points, and not that one is better over the other. They're all good as long as they're coming from the standard tradition lineage. So what we are doing is a very simple one, where the multitasking, where first we just count the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, breathe out, combine together makes one cycle. Again, breathe in, breathe out, cycle 2. This is what we're going to do for 5 minutes. And for younger ones, like age 20s, and those who do exercise regularly, age even like 30s, 40s, within 5 minutes, this you will have like 60 cycles. Breath in, breath out, cycle 1. Breath in, breath out, cycle 2, like 60. And those who are not so keen on the exercises or age-wise, like 45, 50 plus, then your breath will be shorter, which means that in 5 minutes it can be like 80, 90 cycles. So okay, that is entirely, there's no fix the count. So just count your breath. Multitasking, number 2, multitasking. While you counting your breath, also focus on a tiny white dot between the nose and the upper lip. A tiny white dot, and some people complain that they cannot do visualization. Visualization doesn't happen. If this is the issue, yes, it happens to only so maybe 1 in 1,000. If that happens, then you have to report to your teacher to see how to fix that problem. Okay, this is one thing. So these two things should happen together. And some people may say, no, these two things are not possible because our mind works only in one direction, in one way. So it cannot focus on two things simultaneously. All these debates are there, don't worry, it will happen. But technically, there's an answer. That we don't require it now. If you're interested, we can do it later. Okay. What is next? The girl over there? Pendok. Wow, perfect. Thank you. Identifying the errors of meditation. 2 errors. One, laxity, and the other one is excitement. Laxity is the inactivity of the mind, meaning the mind becomes passive, mind becomes sluggish, mind feels sinking and heaviness. This is the one problem of the mind. When you become Buddha, your mind should be forever fresh. You're getting it, not sluggish, not sleepy Buddha. So your mind should be very fresh. So that is, and the laxity. So laxity is one problem. Other one is the mental. What is the other one? Excitement. Referred to, translated as excitement. In Tibetan, it is gupa. And the laxity is chingwa. Then the gupa is the excitement. Excitement is the overactivity of the mind. In simple terms, mental distraction, mental scattering. That is the mental excitement. So you have to keep watch of your mind, keep an eye on your mind to see whether your mind is actually meditating or in the relaxed state or distracted in an excited state. If you do discover that you are going through these two problems, then you should go for the number 4. What is number 4? Applying the remedies to overcome the errors. Remedies twofold: introspection and mindfulness. Introspection in Tibetan is shishin. Mindfulness is temba, tenshe. Temba and shishin. Temba is mindfulness, introspection is shishin. The job of the introspection is to spy on your own mind, to observe what your mind is doing. That is introspection. It has nothing else to do. Just keep an eye on your mind to see whether your mind is meditating or is in the relaxed state or it is in an excited state. That you have to check. That is the introspection. Once the job of the introspection is done, when you see that your mind is distracted, then what you do? If you just continue like this, you will build a very bad habit. You getting it? You will build a very bad habit. And for example, let's say if you feel a little distracted, generally speaking, there are ways to stop the distractions. Whereas if the distractions are uncontrollable, if you cannot really control it, then you have to check the cause. Why the distraction is happening to me, particularly to me. Why? You have to check. Perhaps we are too much into mobile, into distractions. Say 2 minutes away from the mobile, again you grab the mobile. Again 2 minutes away, again you grab the mobile. So this brings the distraction, and then it'll make you not be successful in the meditation. And then if you feel that you are into lax, meaning that you feel drowsy, sleepy, and so forth, and particularly when you retreat. So this is a study retreat, doing a personal retreat, sitting in meditation, and so forth. If you feel drowsy, heavy, sleepy, and so forth, so most of the time, just check. It is not that this is your tendency. There could be multiple reasons. You have to check the reasons. One, that you might not have enough sleep. Number one. Number two, the food intake. The food intake may be either too less, or food intake may be either less protein. Less protein, it may be too light food. Then they say your mind is very strange experiences in a meditation. Your mind is not really like sleeping, but in your mind really doesn't have the grip of the object, grip of your meditation. This is missing. Very strange things can happen. Sleep, diet, and then they say sometimes we also need a little bit of physical movement. Say you're meditating and wholly you are sitting like this meditation and physical movement so less, again it can have a the consequence on a meditation where you may feel more sleepy or the alert and freshness is missing. So at the moment you feel any of these two problems happening, you have to apply the remedy, which is the remedy meaning the mindfulness. Mindfulness is like the rope. Say your mind is like your pet dog. Your mind is, instead of meditating, it is distracted or is sleeping. So your pet dog is lost. So what do you do? First go and search your pet dog. That is introspection. Once you find your pet dog, then you don't introspect. Now your job is done. Introspection job is done. Now what's the next job? When you find the pet dog somewhere else, tie the dog with the rope. Bring it back home and tie it to the pillar at your home. Likewise, say the when you see your mind is distracted or the drowsy, then with the help with the rope of the mindfulness, tie your mind with the rope of the mindfulness, bring it back home and tie to the pillar which is the focal point of your meditation, the white dot or the breath. Ready? 5 minutes. Okay, instead of 5 minutes, today we'll do just because we running a little late, we will do 21 cycles. 21 cycles. Okay, ready? Okay, thank you. And now we will do the Bodhicitta, Express Bodhisattva vow, page 50. Okay, page 50. Page 50. 50. Okay, let us take a few seconds to invoke the spirit. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all Dharma sentient beings. With all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the space in front of us, with your parents, your children, all the family members, all Dharma sentient beings with you around. And verbally we'll say these 3 times together. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Okay, with this mind, let's recite the first verse 3 times. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwell in the Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Buddhist practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as successful dwell in the Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Buddhist practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwell in the Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall I too successful train the Buddhist practices. Okay, let's turn to declaration prayers, page 52. I dedicate the marriage Das Gatha towards the realization that is in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas for 3 times, and to the holding of the doctrine, scripture, and insight. May in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From our 2 collections, vast space that have amassed from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the cheerleading Buddha for all those whose minds blinded by ignorance. Eta Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiswaha. Okay, 3%.